Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tarda Zone Talks on the Tarda Zone. We're going to have 3 live streams for you today, folks. And the reason for that is because I want to give each headline that I've seen of each article that I've been given the proper care and attention. So that's why we have 3 live streams. We're basically doing what I used to do back in the old days. Daniel and myself were having a chat last night, and we were kind of reminiscing about the way I used to run the channel and do things on the channel. And anytime there was a new article, I was literally on live. So 3 articles have dropped during the day and last night, or well, today I should say mostly. So I want to give them all the attention that is required. Who cares about raking over all news? This rotten era is over. Well, the reason why I am bringing this up, so you've probably seen the headline of my latest video there, and it's Jodie Whittaker and Chibnall were going to leave in 2020. Now, as you know, on this channel, I've been telling you for a very, very long time. I've been the channel that's the only channel actually at the time that was saying that Jodie Whittaker and Chibnall were going to leave Doctor Who. I was called out by the other side. I was called a liar. I had a hit piece done about me, about all of this. Listen, if they're saying that they were going to quit in 2020, I can guarantee you that the stories that I've been telling you guys about the problems behind the scenes, right? Now, they framed it that it's got to do with the current pandemic and stuff, and because it was hard and all of this. And I'll briefly get into the article. We'll just, as usual, won't read the whole article. Have to be very careful from now on. YouTube is getting tighter and tighter with the restrictions. So what I'll do is I'll take the parts out that I'm interested in and the parts that I actually want to talk about. But I have to say, folks, look, I said it, and I'm not here gloating. It doesn't matter whether it's a few weeks, a few months, a year's time. My sources always seem to come true. So again, I just want to say well done to my sources, because this is something that we got very early on. We were even told, even as far back as after Series 11, she was going to be, her and Chris were willing to walk away. So the fact that they've even admitted that they were going to leave in 2020, I told you guys, right? Being called a liar, right? Being called all sorts out there, as you know. I've had my name dragged through the mud, right? And the only reason why I'm talking about this is to remind people. We spoke about this on this channel, and people kept calling me a liar and kept saying that I was spreading falsehoods because I didn't like Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor and I didn't like Chibnall as the showrunner. And yes, I didn't like them, but at the end of the day, I was getting information, right? And I was putting it out there. It was irrelevant what my thoughts were about the current era, right? I was putting out the rumors I was getting, the information I was getting, and I was throwing them out there. This is something that this channel has been speaking about from day one. Not many channels even were bringing up the fact that there was a chance of the 2 of them leaving. No, they were. Nobody was saying that, and we were saying it. So anyway, let's get into this article, and it's from the Radio Times, and it dropped just over an hour ago. According, yeah, well, 1:20 now, yeah, so an hour ago. So you know, this is what that's why I did the late night stream the other night as well, because the BBC press office dropped that Q&A early. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of that. So what I'm trying to say to you is, folks, is expect the unexpected. Some people were surprised that I did a really late night stream. You might get a lot more of them now, because BBC press office might drop something during the night, and I want to be forced on it. You know what I mean? And as I do stay up kind of late, I will be one of the first people on this side of the pond, to be honest. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. Anyway, Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall almost left in 2020. The Doctor Who showrunner has admitted that his time on the show nearly came to an end 2 years prior. Fans who are saying goodbye to Doctor Who's Chris Chibnall and the 13th Doctor herself, Jodie Whittaker, after 3 seasons when the pair's final 2022 special airs later this year. However, Chibnall has revealed that he almost bowed out as showrunner 2 years ago. The Doctor Who writer told the latest edition of Radio Times magazine that he nearly left the show when the pandemic hit early in 2020, saying in an interview that we made Doctor Who that if we made Doctor Who at all during the past 2 years is a miracle. So he's trying to say and use the pandemic as an excuse. But I know better. You guys know better. And you know now that I'm not lying to you, right? I've been speaking about this for a very, very long time. And the fact that it's coming out now, I told you, that's why I sit back and I don't worry about these things, right? Because I know eventually, if my sources are correct, that it'll come out eventually in the media, right? Told you they were going to leave before it was officially announced. I told you that there was a few times that they were going to quit and bow out. And this article has said it. But he's using the pandemic, obviously, as the excuse. But I told you, and I guarantee you that 2020 wasn't the first time he was throwing the hat in. Right, remember, they came on board in 2017. We got season 13 in what year? In what year? What year was season 13? Can someone tell me in the chat, please? Because I can add all of this up now. Chaos in Cardiff did happen, Jack, and I was saying it, and I was still the only channel that was out there that was saying it, and I was getting called a liar. I was getting called all sorts of names. I told Noel is lying to his audience. Noel is lying to his subscribers. Because for what? I didn't gain anything from it. I didn't gain anything from it. It's not as if I'm sitting here on 500,000 fucking subscribers or something and have money coming out my ears. I gained nothing from it. The only thing I gained from it was the reputation that and my name being dragged through the mud. Late 2021 was Series 13. Right. So there you go. What did I say after Series 13? That Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker were... Hold on. Late 2021 was Series 13. Yeah, but what was Series hold on. I'm getting confused now. She came in Series 10. Series 11. Series 11. When did Series 11 start? They should have left anyway. But look, this article anyway, to me, confirms what I've been getting told. And I guarantee you, as I said, that 2020 wasn't the only time that they were going to walk away from this show. I was told as far back as after Series 11 had dropped, the fourth series, that after that had went down poorly, they were going to resign. They wanted to go, but Piers Wenger had convinced them to stay. Right? Then we were told again that during Series 12, there were huge problems during production. We've all heard about chaos in Cardiff as well. Listen, right? The thing is, right, there's been massive problems with this show behind the scenes since day one. Since day one. Right? And it's carried on all the way through. How they have lasted the 5 years is beyond me. Because they should have been fired anyway. And now we're told that they nearly quit. And I know they nearly quit before that, right? This article just confirms what I've been saying anyway. Right? I know they were going to go. And it wasn't because I hated them so much and I wanted them to go, right? Because people use that as the excuse. Well, Noel is emotionally invested. He's what you call it. He can't see any other way. His hatred and his tunnel vision is clouding his judgment, right? And he's just saying all of these things. But for what? Why would I? I had nothing to gain from it, right? The last 5 years that I've had in this fandom hasn't been a fucking picnic, right? Do you think I wanted that? I wanted to be, I know this might sound a bit vain, but I actually wanted to be a popular person on YouTube. People that someone could trust. I know the people that follow me do trust me, but you know, people that that people would come and enjoy me content. Now I'm one of the most hated people known on the other side of the fandom. Obviously, you guys know me, you know what I mean. But that's not enough. They're the ones with the voice. They're the ones that spread the rumors. They're the ones that drag me name through the mud. I'm telling you, Piers Wenger. If they, I'm telling you, man, they were gonna leave after Series 11, and he told it. He asked them to stay. What he should have done was cut his losses. Cut his losses. Now I do. You're right, Gabby. And you know what? Look, I know I'm bringing it up now, but I have moved on from that. And you've been watching the channel now for a while. I have moved on from that. It doesn't bother me now. I've got to a place now where I'm actually fine and don't care what other people have to say about me now, because it's happened so often. It is sad that it's happened so often, and that I've become immune to it now, that it doesn't bother me anymore. And that is sad, because it shouldn't be that way. But I am at that place, and a lot of YouTubers did say you will get to that place one day. Noel, it just took me a lot longer to get there, because Gabby, as you know yourself, I'm a stubborn son of a bitch. You know, when they poked me, I like to poke back. You know, I didn't know when to quit, and I should have a long time ago, because it's the best time I've had running this channel. Because I've been ignored, and even if the trolls do come in here or they attack me on Twitter now, I ignore them now. I've got no time for that stuff anymore now. Anyway, you know. Yeah, and you only do it to get under my skin. So I'm not, not anymore. But I just thought this was worth highlighting, for the fact that, again, as I said, it doesn't matter how long it takes for this to come out. I know, look, my sources have been reliable, right? People have asked the question, why did they come to you? God knows why. And I still don't know why to this day, right? I honestly don't. But these sources have set me right on several occasions. And whether it's a few weeks or a few months, or a year, that information comes to fruition. It's reported in the media. And it comes from the horse's mouth himself. It comes from the horse's mouth itself, Chris Chibnall, right? He was going to leave. They were both going to leave. So I don't want to hear any more nonsense from any other people out there. They were never leaving. They loved the show. They loved being part. No, they didn't. This for both of them, right? Whether it was their own fault or not, right? This for both of them, Doctor Who. No matter what they say publicly, this was, for Jodie Whittaker, I could tell you, this was probably one of the worst jobs that she'd done professionally, right? But because of what was happening behind the scenes as well, right? And for Chris Chibnall, same there. This job, the stresses of it, the expectations, and it was the same with Whittaker. They were just too much. So it was a nightmare for those. It was a nightmare, and it bled into the rest of the production team. And this is why Chaos in Cardiff happened, and why there was so much disarray behind the scenes. It's yeah, Charlotte. I was gonna yeah. It's very funny that they are all coming out and talking now. Look, as I said, years to come, Chaos in Cardiff. I said it to you. That'll all come out eventually, right? I'm just actually kind of surprised how quickly some stuff is coming out. I don't know. Maybe there's a bit of bitterness on Chibnall's part that RTD is back or something, because I don't know. I don't know, because the next live stream we're going to do, the next live stream that we're going to do, which we're going to do in a few minutes, as I said, we're doing 3 live streams, right? They're going to be short ones, right? But I want to get on top of this, so the next one actually brings me into a nice little thing. So I'll tell you the topic for the next one, so you can get yourselves prepared. So Chris Chibnall has actually said, so this article obviously concentrates on this comment that he made. So basically, Chris Chibnall has come out and said that he'll never work on Doctor Who again. Now, with this article that I'm just at the reading, now he's at the coming out with the comments that he's never going to work on this show again, right? And that's what we're going to be discussing in the next live stream, right? But a few people there saying, yeah, rename the video Chaos in Cardiff. Chaos in Cardiff confirmed and vindicated. Look, guys. Look, I know all yous have all stuck by me, right? And I appreciate that. And I have, seriously, it's humbled me the support I've had. And even when I went off the rails a little bit, yous have always been here, and yous have always been the ones, including the wife, that have reeled me back in, right? But look, it doesn't matter. Lee, yeah, I'm vindicated. Who gives a shit? I don't care. The fact is, the fact is this, right? You guys believe me. You guys are following me, and you know what? That's all that matters. Yous believe me, right? And now it's being proven, right? You guys believe me. So that's all that matters to me. I don't care about that other side of the fandom anymore. I really don't. You guys are all that matters. And if any new people want to come in, we'll welcome them like we do with everybody else. But that's it. I don't give a crap about them anymore. Let them. Let them. It's actually quite funny that the bloke that did the hit piece on me, right, from the other side, you all know who I'm talking about, right? He literally brings this up in that hit piece. So he's actually confirmed it in his own hit piece on me. So I don't need to do nothing. I don't need to, to change the headline of this stream just to prove that I was right. I don't give a shit, right? The main guys that believe me are in this chat right now and have supported me and have I've developed friendships with. So that's all that matters. That's all that matters, right? So screw them, man. Screw them. I don't care about that. And you know what? I really don't. I've gotten to that stage now. I'm loving what I'm doing on this channel right now. And I haven't felt that for a while, I have to be honest, because, I should have listened to other people out there as well a long time ago. But I had to find my own way, had to find my own path, and I had to figure this out for myself. It was all well and good, everybody give me advice, but at the end of the day, I had to figure this out myself. Yeah, I should have took the advice on board, and I wouldn't have had to put myself through all of this. But it's what it is. I've learned from it now. We'll move on to the RTD era. All those mistakes that I've made before won't be made again. Won't be made again. I can tell you that now. No, you may not always be right, but you'll always be honest. Exactly. And that's important to say as well. I'm not always right. You're right. But you're right. I'll always be honest. And that's the best way to be. Look, Gobby Guy's the same. He's very honest on his channel. Lee, I know if you had your channel, if you actually were doing streams on your channel, you'd be very honest on your channel. Daniel and Charlotte on their channel, they're very honest. We've got loads of people out there that are considered not my doctors, that run YouTube channels, and the one thing I'll say about them all is they're all just honest, and they're just giving their own opinions. but they'll always be honest. They'll never lie to people that follow them or watch them. That's it. Always speak from the heart. That's it. That's it. And that would be my message to anybody running a YouTube channel. You know, people on YouTube are not stupid. You know, they will sniff out a fraud in 2 seconds, right? So I have been recently asked what advice I would give. Just be yourself. Be honest with your audience, but also I think it's fundamentally important that you never alter from your own opinions or compromise for anybody else out there. Remember, you are who you are. You have your own opinions, and nobody should make you feel like you can't express those opinions. So always be yourself and never compromise for anybody. Because once you start compromising once, then you expect another compromise and another one after that and another one after that. You know how it goes, folks. Especially you guys that run YouTube channels. You know what it's like. It's a weird one, all right. But look, right, I'm gonna go now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get set up for the next one. And it's a doozy. And then I'm gonna finish off on another thing that I brought up on this channel, right? That I got from me sources, right? So it's been a good day for me sources. Again, you know, this one in particular, right, is I've actually had arguments with people in me live chat over this, and you guys have been here yourselves. So when you see this last article, you're going to be saying, what the fuck? I'm telling you, man, these I have to give it to them. These people that have been getting this information off, they've been they haven't always been spot on. I'm not going to sit here and say they have, but the stuff that they've given me and all of this stuff that has been forgotten about, that's now being talked about, is all coming to fruition. And I'm look, I said if any of this was true, it just goes to show you how bad Doctor Who is with the general audience, not even fans. See, BBC's concern, and we'll get into it in more detail in the last stream, but BBC's main concern right now is not the fans. It's the mainstream audience that have walked away. It's not popular with the mainstream media either, right? No matter what these other articles, digital spies stuff have said, listen, they've come out 1 week and defended it and then done an article to criticize it. Like, you can't listen to those magazines anymore, those critics. They've lost all, credibility. I don't even know what to say about critics anymore. It's unbelievable. Oh, yeah, Tasman's gone. Yeah, I did that on the Q&A stream that I did. I did a late night stream, Gobby, and I did their Q&As. Quite interestingly, actually, and I brought up on that stream, thanks for reminding me. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it, because very interestingly enough, Mandip Gill was asked about the relationship. John Bishop was asked about the relationship. Chris Chibnall spoke about the relationship. But the journalist never asked Jodie Whittaker anything about the relationship. Was that deliberate? Or what was the reason behind it? You ask the rest of them, but you don't ask the main actress and the lead of your show about a relationship that's supposed to be there. I don't see it. Yeah, on Yaz's side, even though it's... By the way, even though I say on Yaz's side, I could see it, the character development to get to where we believe that she has feelings for the Doctor has been very poor. It hasn't been convincing. I just want to put that out there. But there's no evidence to back up that Jodie Whittaker's Doctor apparently has feelings for Yaz. But if you read Chris Chibnall's Q&A, apparently she has some hidden feelings or something. So it's going to happen. Apparently there's going to be conversations had, folks. Jesus Christ, man. That audience versus critics numbers you did in the video was pretty eye-opening too. Exactly. Look, I just been reminded, if people are wondering why I've been bringing that stuff back up again, I think it's a good reminder because this era is ending. To just remind people that audiences and critics are, when season 1 to 10 were around, those doctors, the audience and the critics were kind of in similar agreement with their ratings, if you get me. Like, there was consensus, let's just say. But you go to the Whittaker era and the specials, and straight away you see that the media are loving it, but the mainstream audience and fans hate it. And that's why I just wanted to show. That's why I'm just reminding you. I was reminding you the way the press set the narrative as well, because they're going to do the same again. And when Hugh Grant's name was mentioned, remember, they were all throwing their toys out of the pram. Oh, no, not another male doctor. They're setting up the narrative now that if you cast a male doctor, then you're validating the not my doctor's argument that Jodie Whittaker's era wasn't successful, right? This is why they want a female doctor so bad, right? Because in their tiny little minds, right, and the logic that they have, that if RTD casts a woman, it validates Whittaker's era. It validates her doctor, and therefore, in their heads, she wasn't a failure. But whether they like it or not, it doesn't matter which way you frame it, she was. The numbers back up everything that everybody has been saying, not just me, every other channel out there that has been saying the ratings have been shit, merchandise sales have been down. Even Doctor Who magazine, still to this day, there's another sale. There's another sale. They can't even flog the magazine still to this day, right? We did, and as I said, when we get to the third article, you're going to love it, because I think there is some good news on the horizon, and something that I've been saying on this channel as well. But look, I'll leave it there. We'll be back in a few minutes. Give me about 15 minutes. It'll give you enough time to get a drink or something, if you need to get a drink, a cup of tea, or maybe a quick sandwich or something. And buckle up, folks, because the next two streams, tell you, you are in for a bit of a treat, especially the next one, because Chibnall thinks we care. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Right, it's 60% off. There you go. They can't even flog a magazine. 60% off. It's sad, by the way. I'm not sitting here loving this and lapping this up, by the way. You know, as a Doctor Who fan, I'm actually fucking sad about that. That magazine has kept fans going even when Doctor Who wasn't around. And now look at it. It's sad. It's sad what he's done. It's sad what he's done. And this is why the next stream I'm going to do, I'm going to have a good laugh. I'm going to have a good laugh. And yous are all going to have a good laugh, because he thinks we're actually going to care. And yous will know what I'm talking about when you see the headline of the next live stream. But I'll leave it there. Listen, Gobby Guy, I see that you have to go and do stuff. But listen, thanks for popping in. And to the rest of you as well, for being with me this afternoon. You know, it's been a long time since I've actually done a stream at this time, and done a late night stream. So we're breaking all sorts of things on these last couple of days. But look, join me for the next one. And thanks for all tuning in. And enjoy the rest of the week, because apparently it's Tuesday. That don't ask me. But apparently it's Tuesday. So enjoy the rest of your week. And I'll talk to you very soon. I can't stop smiling. I don't know why. I'll see you later. Bye.